shit.
Wow.
Yo.
I don't know how anything gonna top that one, in my opinion.
That's a standout so far. Just
That's a standout this year, bro.
oh my god, bro.
Like, that's a standout in music.
That's crazy, bro. What's up, guys? We're live over here on Twitch this time. Of course.
What up?
We got the boy KP up in the house.
Of course.
I have been waiting for some new music from Black for the past couple years. You know, I know we got
more than a couple, right?
Yeah, well, we got the 6-piece EP in like 2020, but for me, it just didn't feel like, I don't know, it just didn't quite hit the same as East Atlanta Love Letter.
I haven't checked anything out off this project yet. I left it alone.
Cold Feet.
Okay. How are you feeling today?
Excited. When I grow up, I'm gonna believe in God.
Love, I don't need no entertainment. Can't be friends, what the fuck is your arrangement? Too locked in, cause we still in containment. Don't fuck with strangers, that sound like danger, danger.
And your fans are starving, so feed us.
This is a
Production is dope so far.
Yeah, and a really interesting kind of like opener right here. Too locked in because we still in containment. Like we still back in 2020 the way that I'm locked in. I think it is kind of playing off the fact that, you know, he hasn't really, you know, he hasn't been in the public eye. Black's kind of like mysterious.
I'm getting a lot of the overthinking that comes with all of us being stuck inside for so long, you know? And then like basically it's to the point where you want to leave, but you can't, like, because you're like trapping yourself there, you know? Like that's what I'm getting at from this. Is a lot of you want to go out, you want to have fun, you want to do those things, but at the same time you really don't, because like you found comfort in like the discomfort. It's pretty deep. It feels deep to me.
Monday starting to feel like Friday. Blending up the days in a week. Nothing like I was when I met you. Back when I belonged to the streets. That pussy is elite. Plus the rain is gone, I can finally see.
Okay.
I've been thinking about getting on one knee. Turn a solo to a feat and make your heart skip a beat. These bitches only trying to fuck the vibe up. Days that I'm under pressure. Embracing the highs and lows. It's hard, but I keep it alive. Never been one to let go. Nights might keep me uncut in life. Ain't no walking apart, but you know. Had to learn being stubborn was a vice. I had to pick apart the trauma in my life. Wouldn't confide in my moms or my pops. So when you knocked out at the home alone thing and hit the lights. I know you mad the other night we had a fight. I tried to fix it, but the pain was still right. I'm at that age where nothing can just suffice. I'm rolling to get a prize. Let's gamble on paradise. Yeah. Days that I'm under pressure. Embracing the highs and lows.
Nice.
I know it's been a while, but I'm still here.
Wild. That was so good, bro.
That one was gas.
I literally just talk about how no artists are talking about this stuff. Look at that. Boom.
That's crazy.
How can I not be satisfied, man? That was great.
No, some like actual like quotables in this song too. And the thing I love about Black, bro, it feels like when he's speaking on like songs, like he's personally talking to you, you know? Like
this is what I want and crave from music, bro. It's like you don't need to have a full, like, even though I told you like with my song similarly, like I have an idea maybe in my head when I start, like about what I want to say first. But like that's what I'm getting from him, is it's like he just wants to talk. You know, he just wants to talk about shit that he's going through. This song has one part of it that's like saying Monday's starting to feel like Friday, blending up the days in a week, like, you know, sounding kind of dark and depressing. And then we get later and color's starting to feel real vibrant. Remember, it was all black and white, you know? Like now he's showing like the highs and lows through just his lyrics. And like there was no specific, if you can try to pick one singular topic from this whole entire song, you can't, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So detailed.
Well, I think what's great is, I mean, it's like when you don't hear from, I feel like, you know, when these artists drop like every single year or so, like often, you know, it does kind of saturate and feels like, oh, this feels like a full update. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like years on years worth of like, this is where I've been, this is what I've been going through. And, you know, I'm giving it to the people right now. This feels more like an intro than the first one did, low key.
Feet just left the ground. I've been tweaking since the first time around, second time around, get it on the gown, gotta say it right. I smoke, you smoke, get lifted, we gone. From the east side to the tours, I go home. Got too much to do and the days don't get no longer. Cooped up for the winter, we gon' drop this love next summer. Feel like I got nothing left to say. Remember when you wouldn't come out to play? You feel happy, it's out the way. You paid me some mind, I had to change. You ain't gotta say too much.
That was awesome. Oh, it's still going.
It has a little like outro piece to it. I remember when I heard this song, I was like, I've never quite heard a Black song like quite like this.
Dude, his lyrics, I'm getting lost in them completely. I like the hook a lot. The I smoke, you smoke. That part cool. That part is cool, you know.
Dude.
The little like moments in between where there's just like a little vocalizing and you can like barely hear him.
The
like those are really cool too. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
The yeah.
Oh, that's the bridge is like one of my favorite parts about the song too. But
in the end though, like he was just vocalizing really for a while. Like it was really good.
I feel like with this artist right here, man, like, you know, you'll get like some R&B vibes, some like pop vibes, some like trap soul, but you really can't like put it in like one distinct place, you know. That's one thing I really like about Black, man. It's like he is kind of like his own genre in a sense. At least that's how I feel about it.
His genre is him, you know, like his genre is his almost in his lyrics, you know, and like his flow more than it is a production style.
Playing house not okay, even though we got room for each other. Try to build and it feels like we managed to hurt one another. Playing house, no more thinking about living together. So worry about kiss on purpose lately. I'm acting like this shit don't faze me. Miscommunication, fucking up the vibration.
The sax in here was really nice. That outro. I really want to hear like Black and like Drake on a song together, and this is the perfect example of how that would play out, man. But
there's something about this man that I'm starting to realize. You know, like he's very vulnerable. You know, like
facts.
It's I mean, he ain't making this stuff up. You can't be. You know, you just can't. You wouldn't make a whole album like this if you were making it up. He really does play with metaphors and just says things that are on the nose. It almost sounds like he's just having like a deep conversation with you, you know, every single song. It's really cool. This is a real in your feels project so far.
I mean, I feel like, Black is pretty like moody in whatever like type of direction that he decides to go into. You know,
I love it though. No. It's just like, if I was alone, I would be listening to this with like a straight face the whole time. My mind would be going everywhere, you know?
Words gotta match the actions. Fatal attraction. R.I.P. For every time we went through it, know it's all on me. So no more running backs, no more apologies. Slant right got me thrown. Fatal attraction. I will ride for you, ride for you, ride for you. Die for you, die for you, die for you. Live for you, cry for you, slide.
To experience love, to be so present, to be happy with who I am.
This one right here just feels like an all-out like love song, bro. It's that fatal attraction when there is no going back.
It was definitely really good. I feel like I relate more to the other songs, but you know,
same.
Like that's just the personal preference at the end of the day. Lyrics are still really good. The vibe is great. It's just I didn't like feel like it hit the same for me.
Right, yeah.
That's it though.
I see so much when I see a blessing reflection that you wanna be. When I'm feeling down, I talk to myself and my friends. Out of my cave with cool, pray for the day and run. And I just met all my demons. I had a load of fun. Saw myself, I had to piece me up. My ego been call on my phone. I hope it don't eat me up. You ain't gonna flip it and act like you tripping. It's time that I own up. Yeah. So I'm finding any reason to detach.
Wow. I don't know how anything gonna top that one, in my opinion.
That's a standout so far. Just
That's a standout this year, bro.
oh my god, bro.
Like, that's a standout in music. Self-reflection, self-awareness.
Yeah.
You know, we're everybody. Y'all all gotta understand. Y'all all gotta agree. We've been trapped inside, living in the digital world for a while now. You know, and if you're not in high school, you know, like you go to work and like your life is pretty much like, you know, the couple people you have in your intimate world, little bubble, and then you got the internet, you know. And I mean, I can relate to that at least. So cool because he's saying, out of my cave I come. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try.
Right.
I'm gonna do this. I just met all my demons, and you know what? I had a good time. Like I learned a lot, and I had to piece myself up, and you know, I just hope that my ego doesn't eat me up. I don't know. Those are like crazy, like real relatable bars. At least for me, it's like a perfect song for right now. You know, for the world right now. It came out at the right time.
Realizing and being so open about all the things that he needs to work on, and like right there at the very end of the song, you know, him talking about like I'm changing. You know,
dude, that's
I'm
like
changing.
one of the biggest things of becoming self-aware is just knowing that you have like that you're flawed, that you make mistakes, and just trying your best, admitting that you will continue to make them, and that you're going to try your best not to. You know.
Figured that I could learn a lot on my own, so I ran from your love. Young and naive, I saw some devilish things till I ran out of love.
Oh.
Figured that I could learn a lot on my own, so I ran from your love. Young and naive, I saw some devilish things till I ran out of love. Figured that I could learn a lot on my own, so I ran from your love.
Chills, bro. Holy.
I'm learning how to work with disciplining myself.
I'm gonna guess this is kind of more like an interlude type joint. So just how short the song was leading into that sample, bro.
When artists and when creators repeat the same thing, like it's for a reason, psychologically, and because it's important. Saying that bar over and over again really just hit. And then that little to end it with like Mo and I are not spoken word guys. We don't like spoken word on projects. We don't. It's just be real. You can go look at reviews. If there's like some, I lost the love of my life, like some stuff like that on a project, Mo and I are gonna be like, oh hell no, boy.
What's going
Oh
on?
hell no, you know. But this was just like it feels natural. It doesn't feel forced. It's literally just a recording of some person, somebody he loves or something, saying some just very naturally difficult things that, you know, humans are starting to learn and realize just from all this time alone that we've had. And, you know, through the internet, like I feel like we've all just become a little more self-aware, and it's kind of like terrifying, you know? So yeah, that's what I got from that little outro.
Bro, I actually got chills during that joint right there, man.
You don't even got to take this as romantic love, you know? You
Right.
can take this in any capacity of love. Being away from people, separated, you know, like that is difficult. You think that, you know what, I have to go. Like I have to figure some things out. I'm gonna go on my own, think a little bit, and then you spend enough time alone, you get comfortable alone, and then you just run out of like love because your tank is empty and you don't have any fuel like from people. You need people around you. Like nobody can survive on their own. Like
Love it when I talk that shit. It's really smoke, so you gon' wheeze for a second. Help him breathe for a second. Still starving like I need for my seconds. Trying to find my stroke. It won't take that long. All I need is 4 seconds. I gotta get my dreams back vivid. I put the weed down, but only for a week now. Next week is back to Chief style. Dreamt the whole world went up in flames. It went might have capitalized without giving back. We all human, but I can't go a day not feeling black. I made my money, but to my audience, I'm still attached. It's like I know the whole world just want that feeling back. Yeah, preach. bad turns, relax, I'm just here to teach you. Flaw ain't I just failed the test about last week. Presidential still can't take the money when I'm gone. But I'm Krishan, I can't leave the blue face alone. By time can't leave the blue face alone. Teach
Bro actually preached it though.
For real, man. What the hell? This album is staying interesting.
Yeah.
These are all hits, man. I think I had one song I said I wasn't that like crazy about just because I didn't relate to it.
And some like dope one-liners in this, but I'm Krishan, I can't leave the blue face alone. Just some like witty like wordplay in here too.
Buying time, can't leave the new face alone. Teach my babies how to really love. They true face alone. It's so deep, like it's so honest and raw.
He's had a lot on his chest, a lot on his mind, and like he's finally at a point where he's like, nah, I'm done with the lies. I'm done with being deceitful. I'm 100% honest and true with this shit now.
You know, he's gonna do him. He's not gonna be like perfect all the time, but like through honesty, you'll just find a like life is much better.
if we both had to win, then we both lose. I'd be crazy to think that I know you. Wear your heart on your sleeve if you need to. Ain't nobody perfect, I'm just speaking for myself. We both done this on dirt, can't treat you like you innocent. Do your best to please and I put diamonds around your throat. We can go tit for tat, get some. We can go tit for tat, take some. We can go tit for tat, get some. I know the makeup sex is a perk. Still got some things we need to address. It don't make me put somebody on the shirt. I got a temper I'm trying to suppress. I got an ego like everyone else. Said I'ma change and I failed my tips. Quick reset in the gym might help. Yeah. Ain't nobody perfect, I'm just speaking for myself.
Man.
Yo.
We both done this on dirt, can't treat you like you innocent.
Like Black can be speaking on like some real shit, you know, whether it's, you know,
Yeah.
about like life or like relationship. But bro can get like street with it sometime too, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's cool. Like he just like slides that bar in there. Well, I could put you on a shirt, you know what
He
I'm
is
saying?
humble,
Like,
bro. He's
Right,
humble
yeah,
as
yeah.
fuck.
oh,
He knows he's that dude, but like he's talking about he knows he's that dude, but he's out here talking about his problems, getting vulnerable more than he's talking about what he's good at.
mhm.
He's just letting you see what he's good at, you know? Like that's what I'm starting to like about him.
Like to start it off, if we both have to win, then we both lose. You know, like what a opening line
Dude.
onto a track, bruh.
For real. Still got some things we need to address. Like don't make me put somebody on a shirt. I got a temper I'm trying to suppress. I got an ego like everyone else. Said I'm gonna change and fail my test. Quick reset and it just might help. We are all alive. We're all thinking. We're all going through shit. So is he. So am I. So is Mo. So are you guys listening, watching. Like, stop like picking, like arguing about like Pepsi or Coke, yo. Shut the fuck up. If he goes any farther, I'm gonna start getting philosophical up on here, you know? Like,
I think I'ma try to lamb today. I don't get hype off of like been a long week. I had to put the gram away. Got so many diamonds, they like, oh Lord. Big business plans, I'm like, oh yeah. Young and still humble, trying to hold on. But when in full circle, no, I will not spill. It's been a long road. No, you were not there. No, you were not there. Let your mouth get that diarrhea. I see a motherfucker and I wouldn't wanna be a. Hey, I just spoke to God on the phone. That ain't cap. He was there, loud and clear. I said,
fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you start this one because I've already heard this. So what you think?
Nah, man. I really like that. I can't relate. I don't know. At the beginning, I wasn't fully as relating to the lyrics as much. But it was like the second verse where he started spitting that I was just like, oof. On that part of the verse, it sounded like he was like literally talking to us, you know, like talking to like trying to just have a conversation with the person who's listening or the people who are listening, you know.
Flawed people hate me, but the real ones love me. You know, real recognize real.
as long as I got you and you got me, and we got us, then maybe it's three. For now and forever, still won't be enough. The harder I feel, the softer I touch.
This is beautiful, bro.
This one almost feels like an interlude too, low key.
Yeah. I really liked the metaphorical bars at the beginning, and then like just letting the beat ride out.
The first couple lines just felt like straight poetry. The production was a huge
Pretty
highlight
good.
on this.
Yeah, the production was definitely the highlight of that. Yeah.
You give me a vibe, I'm creeping right in. Just started, but over being a nice friend. Say you need someone you can confide in. Let's confide in the middle of the night. And rolling, smoking, thinking we can start off, just rinse, tie up, loosen. So put it in the music, or you could be my genre. Drop a bag on it, or you could be my sponsor.
It's a good like R&B cut and whatnot. Quinn was actually on this too, while you know the artist wasn't listed on the feature list. If there's probably one of the things that people are gonna be saying about this project is like, you know, Black stays in his lane as far as like maybe he's not taking as many risks vocally as like, you know, over a song
That's
like
what
this.
I was gonna say at the end, but since you're bringing it up now, the only thing I would say is that like with his voice, it's the same voice the whole time.
Yeah,
it's not. I'm talking tone too. Like he's gone in different registers for sure.
Yeah,
singing high, singing low, that harmonies, ad libs, all those are really cool. I just want to hear different stuff with his tone.
mm-hmm.
You know, like if that was a thing, then maybe it would be even better. And yeah, no, I just think with the project like heavily R&B based, you know, you're gonna 19 songs is a lot of songs, you know, at the end of the day. But so far I've only had 3, including this one, that I'm just not like relating to, fully catching it. It's not like, you know, sweeping me off my feet. But that's all. I really do love what he's doing though, and it is so good. There are like probably going to be like 10 songs I take away from this project. Just estimate.
I like a lot of these so far.
Found a light within herself. That's the true definition of wealth. She been seeing the brighter side. Money ain't a thing, cause I came from not a down to go broke, but yeah, that's a real partner. For better or worse, you got somebody better. Hold on. Riding through the cater with the windows down, we blowing smoke. I think we all know my bitch bad, but I ain't going out like no hoe. If you see her, you can look, but don't touch her, bro. If you see her, you can look, but don't touch her, girl.
I love the production on this, bro.
I really did too. This is a good switch.
You know, the production on this was really cool. I'm trying to think of what it reminded me of. It gave me like Sunflower-ish vibes.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like something that I would have heard off of like Honestly Nevermind. I really like this one.
Yeah, it was definitely poppier in a way too. Definitely. I don't know, man. I think he's doing a nice blend of like sounds.
This gonna be one for the whip in the summertime for sure.
Oh hell yeah!
Bro. Like Black doesn't have like the craziest like vocals, but like him blending from like, you know, the pop sounds to the rap to the R&B.
His voice is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stagnant. It doesn't do different things that I would like to hear.
Yeah.
I feel like he could experiment more with like a little bit more with harmonies, and like he has his world. He has his like music world that he like has created, and it's really cool. But I feel like if this like took larger, more riskier turns, both in tone of voice and in production, it's not that what is here is not great. It's that like if they took larger, bigger, more dramatic turns, I would be like much more satisfied, and I this could be like album of the year type stuff for me, you know. Seriously. I just think it really is 19 songs of safe like good music, you know. That's what I'm seeing. It's not safe lyrically though. It's very like very 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 deep, metaphorical, and intricate with the lyrics.
Content's fire so far. I really like the content on here.
Facts. And I really do think that he is just trying to find love with music too, probably again, something similar, you know, because you got to go back to your roots. This feels very very natural, you know. Everything feels very natural.
Remember the days when I thought I was trapped. Lost all my money, then I got it back. All my potential was really untapped. I had to push all my shit to the max. Now it's a wrap. Took off some time to relax. I'm 20 in an all black truck. What? Trying not to push my luck. God got a nigga on top. no telling what's up. We gon' catch a check. 2020 trade, be the year of the family, dog. I'm only kicking shit with people that understand me, dog. To talk to somebody on the outside, just to tell them how a nigga feel inside.
Yeah, this whole album is definitely not an easy listen, you know?
Hard-hitting lines, man.
I think here's what I'll say. The only thing that I think could turn a person off is if they feel like they don't struggle with these problems, you know? Like this is not something that they are thinking about, something that they are going through. A lot of people are not listening to R&B anymore, you know? And this kind of has like a much more R&B vibe.
I feel like this is like own take on R&B though, you know, like when I first like got introduced to Black, I was like, one thing that I really picked up on was how like I said before, I feel like you couldn't really just throw him in that genre. I was always kind of like more like trap soul is kind of like what I would kind of like, you know, compare it to, but like,
I want to say R&B because like he has so many subgenres. You said you trap, soul, pop, you know, there's some melodic rap vibes. You know, this one, I feel like we're on another hot streak, man. Like,
no, this
Decatur and Talk, both fire, both getting replayed, both getting saved, both like,
same.
Don't take it personal. You know I know it hurts to go. Carry it away tonight, ignore the pain. That's how I know I can't give you up. Most times it's temporary. Most girls are temporary. Most feels are temporary. This time it's not.
Right?
This time I can't give you up. That's how temporary. This time it's not. This time
infectious hook right here for sure.
Got karma on my mind, so don't talk bad on us. Bad features I can't tolerate, them barking on us. I can't give you up. Most times it's temporary. Most girls are temporary.
Nice.
Most feels are temporary. This time it's not.
Interesting blend. This works. It's a production style that really matches both of them, you know?
Dude, yeah. Had a little bit of a house like sound, like LW. We on a streak. We on a streak right now.
This one I feel like could have a lot of commercial success.
Dude, in life, people are temporary. All times are temporary. Most feelings are temporary.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, like if it's not, that's a beautiful thing. Hard to let go.
How you living? I heard you got more room, no roofs, no ceiling. Cause I know you ain't here to take that. Yeah. And I was thinking maybe if I gave you time, maybe time could erase that. Who really paid the price this year? I keep trying to fight these fears. Like sleep, I don't quite get here. Been through a lot this year. Been through a lot this year. Had to pay the price this year. No more flights this year. Ain't an issue cause I miss you and I'm on the way to wipe your tears.
So yeah, he released this like December of 2021. So like a year and some change.
I can honestly see it. Like I was looking at these lyrics and you know, vibing, and it was okay, but it was very simple. It felt much simpler than the other ones. Come on, I compared to what else he's doing on this project,
right?
It's not even close, in my opinion.
Like I'm willing to bet this was like one of the first songs that might have inspired this project. You know what I mean?
No, that's probably why I'm here. That's why I don't want to like bash it and say it's terrible. It's just like I'm searching for more now.
Stories in motion, causing commotion, slowing up process, fucking up progress, hard to acknowledge, putting on my head, doing work on me and you've been working too. Slipped a couple times but I got nothing else to lose, making no excuse, I got a lot of shit to prove, cleaning up the mess from every lie I had to choose.
This one says Wale is on here.
I'm seeing that too, man.
Unfortunately, this is my code ever. I lack the emotion that's important to worthy women. It happens when most of the trophy-wise is for participation. Scoring get too easy, everybody reaching. I am not a player, girl, I'm more official.
That was so random, though.
It was so, like, the lyrics were so good, but it was random.
No, they were. It's just like,
I don't know how I feel about that song. I don't know how I feel about that song.
I'm in the same boat, man. Like they just kind of threw it on there at the end, you know. I don't know.
It felt like a waste a little bit. Once again, it kind of gave me a similar feeling to Rent Free. Like it didn't really feel like that deep, and I mean, it was definitely deep. It's like more so than a lot of music is. Just it's still like comparing it to the first 15 songs.
I would love to have heard Wale more incorporated into this track and not just a little.
The production was also
section.
kind of mid too.
Yeah, it was just kind of. It just felt very stale.
A whole
compared
lot
to
of
a
mid.
Yeah,
you know,
compared to what we've heard so far.
I got 1,000 miles deep hole in my chest. My lungs can't take these weeks of holding my breath. And I haze a walking cloud of distress. And I ain't safe from my own brain, I'm a mess. Waiting for you to come back around, love me again. Just to justify my love, just to justify my love. Oh, I've been calling you.
these last three are not hitting the same way the others did. It's good. I like his lyrics always. His lyrics are always great. You know, I just wanted more. Yeah, no, that's my opinion so far. I really liked the beginning. Obviously, there was like literally like 3 songs out of the first like 15 that I wasn't vibing with, and then these last 3 I'm not vibing with.
Definitely some songs that could have been left off, or if not, thrown onto like a deluxe. You know, I like what he's talking about lyrically, and there's some great like melodies right here too, but I don't know if it's really calling me back, you know?
It was like hype, trailed off, got hype again for Decatur Talk, temporary, trailed off again. It definitely trailed off a lot more this time, though.
The last time I saw Kay, she moved away from home. Just got a promotion out of comfort zone. The last time I saw Maya, I ain't had a child. Bumped into Katrina, she looked better now. And I feel like I'm missing out on that night ride home. Though my mind begins to roam. Know they better off alone. Was I right or was I wrong?
You know, he's bringing up all these girls from his past too, you know, and
Yeah.
he's really just taking a trip down memory lane. It feels like a fitting outro for the album.
I feel like it just needed to be condensed. This project needed to be condensed.
Yeah.
It didn't need the last 4 songs to be. I didn't need 16 through 18. I liked 18 the most out of 16 through 18, and then this one was good. It was good. I liked it, but short.
Yeah.
You know, not fully satisfying.
Here's the thing with this one compared to like the Trippy album we reacted to, right? I feel like this one, everything is cohesive, right? Everything kind of, it fits.
It's like,
for sure. It's a soundscape. It's pulled off. But I think when it gets to some of these songs where the production and vocal style do sound very similar throughout, and the writing maybe is still there, but not as like, you know, strong as some other songs. I mean, I agree with you too. I think a lot of these songs could have been kind of cut out, and we could have been chilling with a like 13, 14 track list of just like greatness, you know?
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying too.
Some great records on here though, man. I mean, we'll start with the content because I think that's a huge highlight of this project. You know, is the lyrics, is the writing, is him being like vulnerable, open, and just not holding
by
back.
far the best part. By far the best part is the lyrics. It's like the lyrics are like a 10 out of 10 for me.
I'm with it.
Like
I'm with it
on most of the songs. I would say up to 15. You know, up to temporary. All the lyrics were great. There were a few, like 3 songs I think I said that I wasn't like crazy about, but the lyrics were still good even if I didn't relate to them. And it felt like something just happened at Rent Free, where like with the rest of the album they just had simple like wrap up songs almost. It was like a little closing time like quartet here with 4 songs that just, you know, just kind of wrap it up, but not in the way it should be, you know, not in my opinion. So, but the lyrics, fantastic, so good.
You know, the content gets a great, in my opinion. Going over into the performance, look, it is what it is, and I feel like Black does kind of take you into a world with what he does. Hey man, I mean, bro has some really catchy hooks on here. And like there's no bad spots performance wise. It's just I just put it kind of in that like, like decent to good category because it's not anything we didn't expect coming into this. He does.
He didn't have
what he
any
does.
issues with like pitch or rhythm or
No,
anything.
he's good.
Like he's solid. It was solid the whole time. It didn't go out of any comfort zone though.
Yeah.
Like other than lyrically, which is not to be forgotten about. Obviously, that's why we said what we did. It's just lyrically. It carries lyrically,
Going into the features list, low key, like the only one that really felt like it like worked and was apparent was Don Toliver, which I love that song.
course.
Yeah, I thought that was great. The artist by the name of Quinn was on like 2 of these songs. I mean, kind of more like background vocals, nothing too like memorable there. It's just it's just there, and then us having Wale that just felt like like a last minute call. Let's throw him on there, just felt kind of weird.
This is what makes this a hard rank for me because like the vocals are good. They're pleasing. They set the vibe good. It's just like 19 songs of this and then having the last 4 be kind of weak lyrically as well. But I do really think that this is going to be an album I look back to and be like, those were some of the best lyrics I've heard on a project in a while.
Inwood Hill Park, I think was a great like opener to this thing, man. I still really love that one too, man. And just some highlighted moments throughout this. But I think for features, I just go in that like, averaging it out, it was okay. Don was a highlight, but everything else was just kind of, just evens out to being like, all right. And then of course, we go to like the production, which I think there were, some solid productions on here too, man.
But yeah, it just wasn't consistent.
Yeah, right.
And like how great it was. There would be some amazing moments and some just mid moments, So I'd say it's good. The production's like a 7. Like it's good.
Right.
But it's not like crazy.
I think that there's quite a bit of replay value on here, man.
Absolutely.
Again, it's going to come down to the consistency of it, and the whole thing could have replay value.
I really liked Decatur Talk Contemporary. I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember names of any songs that I liked earlier, which is usually not a great thing. I want to that does prove like a lot of the points that were made in the comments that there wasn't a whole lot of diversity as far as melodically and like instrumentally and vibe wise.
The replay value is like good. It's not
It's
great.
good.
It's not
solid.
amazing. It's good. I feel like everybody's gonna kind of take
Maybe a
what
little
they
more
want from it. Yeah, but
yeah.
Look, Black has his own worlds that he brings you into. For sure in the future, I would like to see him, take maybe a few more risks vocally. And when it comes to some of the R&B cuts, I do want more of that like real emotion,
Same.
So I don't know. There is that.
I also want to hear him talk his shit a little more, Like I want to hear him get aggressively down bad and like be like freaking out, and I want to hear that in the production as well as his lyrics. And it's like the lyrics really did take you all over the place and like make you feel all sorts of different things, but the production and the vibe was like a straight line. It like went like this a little bit, but it was pretty.
I am biased because I love this artist so much, man. I feel like we don't get enough music from him, but at the same time, it's nice that he doesn't oversaturate his music. It was an update. There was some good moments right here, but for sure, I do feel like this could have easily been 13, 14 tracks. Drop a deluxe, throw some of these on there, and kind of tie it in that way. Off of first listen, I'm kind of leaning towards 6.5, and it's a shame. It's a shame that I'm like that because I really feel like that this album has potential to be so much more concise and like better.
I'm gonna rock with that 7. I think I'm gonna probably stay on that 7. I do think that a 7 in general is always not the best compliment though. Like I've given a lot of 7s. That just means that, hey, like I can recognize you did good. You did some great things, some amazing things. but you also did some pretty mediocre
Yeah.
things, you know?
Right.
And that's what I'm feeling with this.
Let me know how you guys felt about this one down below in the comment section. If you guys happen to enjoy this reaction, of course, don't forget to smash that like button. For more, consider subscribing. Until next time, this is the boy KP. My name is Zemo.
Yes, sir.
And we'll catch y'all next time.